Welcome, welcome. You are listening to Animism Now. I am Raven.
I am Reed.
In this time of fire and flood, it is so easy for animists to feel depressed and discouraged about and because of the destruction of the natural world. And so today we want to introduce or talk a bit about an idea or a concept that might be able to lift spirits, to be able to focus on what might become rather than the ugliness of what has occurred or what even is occurring right now. And that is the regenerative impulse. And the specific place, without being specific, is a place to talk about this, is a place that Reed and I are growing in our understanding of. It's a place on the Santa Cruz River in Tucson, Arizona, which is Tohono O'odham land. And we walk our dogs there every day, and it's a wonderful way to get to know a place a bit each day over a period of time. And so Reed wants to draw a picture with words about this place.
Yes. This is an area on the Santa Cruz River, on the riverbank, that has undergone a lot of disturbance over the last 150 years and gone from a free-flowing river into a very seasonally, occasionally, a river that has water in it, as it does at this moment. The Santa Cruz once was covered in mesquite trees and willow trees, cottonwood trees, sycamore trees. Today, there are a few invasive salt cedars, and on the banks, there have been a great deal of erosion. So the regenerative impulse that is occurring was the recognition that it left unchecked that these erosive channels would grow and threaten houses and roads. So along the banks of Santa Cruz, the Pima County has created a park. And the first thing they did was to build dirt embankments and to level the land so that when the rain fell, it would sink into the earth rather than quickly run off and leave behind some dry barrenness. So we have walked our dogs there long enough to see the effects of this work, and it's really looked like a parking lot for the last few years until this past season. And the change was going from 2 inches of rain in 2020 to 12 inches of rain in 2021, and this rain stayed and sank into the ground and produced an incredible floral event. There was a great deal of flowers that hadn't been on this particular piece of ground for a number of years. And out of these flowers, these yellow desert senna rattlebush flowers, clouds of yellow butterflies emerged and were there for 3 weeks to a month. And it was really uplifting to walk over this piece of land that had previously only a few small thorny bushes and some patches of grass, and now it was covered. This morning we walked out there, and there was water in the river, still flowing from the rain we had, I guess, on New Year's Day. We walked by some daturas that were fairly large. They had anywhere from 100 to 150 flowers throughout the season, and now they were covered in the spiky seed pods, and they had just recently succumbed to the frost. So the flowers that had begun after the monsoons began, and it was an incredibly great change between June and the end of July, and continued on until just relatively recently, with one flower bloom after another that included some wild tomatillos, and a great deal of poppies, desert poppies. So this uplifting that can occur, where as an animist I was able to suspend my knowledge, my history of all the degradation that happened, and let go of any chance that it's going to return to what it once was, but to fully appreciate that regeneration, that life spirit that brings out so much that we can encounter right now, and to reframe this into a moment of gratitude. And I think that as animists, that might be our mission, is to fully appreciate and to express rituals of gratitude for what we are currently experiencing. So take heart, see what is and what might become, and don't be discouraged by what has passed.
I can't agree more with that. We are so often walking amongst, quote, nature that has been so degraded, even with garbage and cutting and humanity. And we know it can get depressing. And the flowers still come. The beauty is still there, even in little places. So thanks for bringing that up, Reed. I needed to hear it today.
Yes, indeed.
Don't we all? Okay, until next time, take good care of yourself and look for the flowers and the little bits of beauty in the most degraded places. Shimmer on the water, beautiful mud, patch of grass, anything. The earth is always trying to regenerate itself. Many blessings.
Farewell.
Bye-bye.